Here in Britain, we have got a major problem. We need to control our deer. They're destroying our woodland. They're eating our roses, causing car accidents. We need to manage them. At the same time, we're importing foreign venison. We've got to glut one end and we're importing the other. That's insane.
It is.
Venison. Traditionally the meat of kings, lean, healthy venison has become hugely popular over the last decade. But looking at these packets, we seem to be importing some of it from New Zealand.
There can't be a shortage of deer in this country.
So why does it come from New Zealand?
It might be to do with a taste factor, maybe.
Oh, what, that it tastes better from New Zealand?
Possibly. They might feed the deers differently in New Zealand or something like that.
When I saw it in the back, I thought, that can't be right. Getting it from New Zealand?
Wouldn't be 100% certain why we would do that.
So why are we buying our venison from abroad? Surely there's enough British venison around. I'm on my way to meet a man who knows a thing or two about deer. Our rendezvous is at 11 o'clock at night. At a bus stop in Romford.
Take it you're John.
Yes, Jim. Nice to meet you.
How you doing? Now, don't get me wrong, it's a bit weird. What am I doing here?
Well, we're here to see these deer.
Where's this then?
This is in this area, exactly here.
You're joking, look at that. It's quite exciting, this.
John Thurtle is a deer management expert. According to him, this residential area on the outskirts of London is a deer hotspot.
So you're telling me anywhere around here, behind the walls and hedges, there could be deer lurking?
There is, yes.
You're not making it up? It's not like the Loch Ness Monster?
No. I've been studying deer around this area for about 13 years, and we've seen a population explosion.
But what are they doing? Are they nibbling on all our lovely garden plants?
They are. They love roses.
It's a nightmare for a gardener. I mean, do they cause any other problems?
They do. We have quite a lot of deer vehicle collisions. Last year in England, we had 74,000 collisions and 20 fatalities. 20 fatalities, 74,000 collisions? Recorded deer vehicle collisions.
That's incredible.
Deer do require management.
Right. Which means what?
Really, it's the C word, really.
What's the C word?
The C word is cull.
Cull. Thank God for that.
John takes me to a road nicknamed Deer Alley, where we switch to night vision.
Thing is, John, my major worry isn't necessarily seeing the deer coming out. It's people driving past and seeing us pulled in a lay-by late at night.
Jim,
I know what they're thinking. Those two are looking for deer.
Yeah, there you go.
Look at that, look. There's one.
Here goes
There's another one.
It's a buck. That's the zebra crossing for the deer.
So, far from being a deer shortage, there's currently an estimated 1.5 million of them in the UK. That's more than at any time since the Ice Age.
There they are.
That's the school. In the playground. And in the morning, kids will be otherwise. That's right. Here in Britain, we have got a major problem. We need to control our deer. They're destroying our woodland. They're eating our roses, causing car accidents. We need to manage them. At the same time, we're importing foreign venison. We've got to glut one end and we're importing the other. That's insane.
It is.
But how on earth do you rectify that?
A good question.
So supermarkets are having to rely on imports from New Zealand. Despite the fact there are plenty of wild deer on our doorstep.
Yeah, wait, look.
There we go, look, deer.
So why aren't we making the most of the deer in our own country? I've got another rendezvous with John Thurtle, and this time he's asked me to meet him at a service station on the edge of the M25.
Hey, John.
Morning, Jim.
I thought we were going out looking for deer. We're in a service station. It's a weird place to be, isn't it?
Well, this is where the Essex countryside meets the urban sprawl of London.
Out here, on the M25, this is deer country.
This is deer country.
Deer stalking should always take place as part of a deer management plan, and there are rules and regulations to follow. John is a licensed stalker, and I've got a firearms licence. Surely it can't be that hard to bag yourself a wild deer.
Where's he going all the way around? Right.
His head up.
But before I get to pull the trigger... Oh dear, it's going to be harder than I thought.
It takes a lot of effort and skill to get close enough, doesn't it? 1 minute there, next minute, boom, gone.
Yeah.
The next day, we're back with a cunning plan. To disguise our scent, we're going to hide in a hide. But it turns out the only thing we're going to catch from up here is a cold.
You see, if I was supplying a supermarket with wild British venison, empty shelves tomorrow, wouldn't it?
That's it.
You can see the problems, can't you?
Yes.
So how do you get wild deer off the roads and onto our supermarket shelves? I've come to Suffolk to meet a man who's come up with a solution.
Hi, David.
Julie, yes.
Good to see you. I'm here to see some of your wild venison.
You are.
David Hooton is from the Deer Initiative, which aims to provide supermarkets with a ready supply of wild venison.
Now, here's a fallow buck.
So this one has just been brought in by a stalker.
Yes, he shot it last evening.
The initiative encourages licensed stalkers to bring their wild deer carcasses to small meat suppliers like this one. Here, the meat is butchered before being sold on to local supermarkets.
A larder full of skinned carcasses.
This is now looking like something I recognise from a butchery point of view. Over there, a wild animal come out of the fields, it's about hunting. Now we're looking at something that's a bit more standardised.
And this is something that will feed a supermarket. Individual stalkers will only be culling 1 or 2 animals a fortnight. A supermarket isn't going to accept a chap coming in with a bundle of deer somewhere, a bit of venison, and saying, this week I've got this. They want continuity of supply.
Right, well, let's have a look at some of these. Are these from
Yes.
all over?
These come from all over East Suffolk. This was from Tunstall.
And all the different stalkers' names here as well.
Each of these carcasses can be traced back to the place it was shot and the person who shot it.
Well, I would love to see how these are then broken down and turned into joints.
Well, if we go through here, we can see something happening.
Right, lovely.
We've got Paul here. He's one of the directors of the company.
Hello, Paul.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Paul Denny's company has been part of the initiative for 5 years. He's a gamekeeper's son and a qualified butcher.
Look at that. That's all lovely lean meat, that is. Can you put that in a bag aside for me? I'll take that home.
This is the dispatch chiller.
Right. I mean, there's so many different products here. You've got diced venison, you've got venison burgers, lovely venison sausages here. Where are they all going?
We supply the local co-ops, Waitrose, and also Budgeons.
So it's actually working. This whole facility is turning those wild animals out there into something that I can now buy in my local supermarket.
Yes.
I love it. I'm having venison tonight, that's for sure. Brilliant
I think
job.
we are as well, actually.